Today's episode of The Mom Game is presented by our friends at Gateway GMC at LBJ and Jupiter. Well, on Saturday, April 18th, Gateway GMC is hosting Dog Adoption Day to support the Humane Society of Dallas County. For every vehicle sold on April 18th, Gateway GMC will donate $500 to the Humane Society. Gateway GMC will also pay all fees for any dog adopted at the event. Plus, from 10 to 3, enjoy free hot dogs and refreshments. Also, bonus, the Mom Game will be there to record a live podcast from Gateway GMC beginning at 1 p.m. If you're looking for convenience, Gateway's got it at gatewaygmc.com. Simply select your vehicle, create your offer, and schedule that delivery. Gateway GMC always offers complimentary car washes for life with every vehicle purchased. Remember, you can find your new ride and a new sidekick Saturday, April 18th during Dog Adoption Day at Gateway GMC. Gateway's got it online at gatewaygmc.com or shop in person at LBJ and Jupiter. GMC, we are professional grade. And welcome inside the Coppola Studios for episode 314 of The Mom Game. I'm Emily Jones. She is Julie Dobbs. And Julie?
Yes, I have a friend here.
You do have a friend. You have friends.
She has friends.
She has
many
makes
friends.
me so happy. This
well,
makes me so happy.
I don't know about many, but I have enough. I have
You
enough.
have a lot of friends.
You do. Whatever. I saw your social posts this weekend. You were all over the place.
Oh, I was bopping around town.
You were.
Anyways, Katie Rose is here. Katie is a mom friend of mine, a neighborhood friend of mine. We have boys the same age at White Rock Elementary, and she also is really fabulous. And is a
thanks.
influencer, and
Isn't
What
it
do
the
you
most
talk about
awful
it?
term?
is momfluencer worse?
I feel like mom anything is like
Mompreneur,
Right?
Hate
Mom
that. Boss
talk,
babe.
mom
I
wine.
can't. There's so many things.
There's a lot.
Yeah.
I technically am a micro influencer, which
Okay.
maybe sounds better or worse.
What does
depending
that
on
mean?
It just means I don't have very many people following me. I have small potato.
When does micro turn to macro?
Not anytime
You're
soon
like
for me.
10K. You're like at the same as the Mom Game, right? Or more?
yes.
No, you're like 13.
Oh,
What
I
are
don't
you?
know.
You're like 13. I was
Um,
researching you.
oh.
Okay.
I don't know. I feel like
That's
now
not nothing,
influencers
girl.
are saying that we are content creators,
Okay.
Okay.
but I really don't create much content these days because life.
Right. But you're being
Yes, but I have a
You're being
presence
very humble right
on
now.
the internet.
Okay.
Do things there.
Okay. That's what a great job description. I have a presence on the internet and I do things there.
Yeah.
I think that's
Big.
amazing.
Yes. all kinds of
Okay,
things.
so tell me, so you guys know each other from school.
Yes.
We know about Ryder and Anna. Tell us about your kids. How many, what grades?
Okay, I have two kids. Deacon is 10 in fourth grade. I'm like, are they in fourth grade?
I know.
They're in fourth grade.
Almost fifth. It's insane.
Which is mind blowing. And then I have Amelia is in first grade and she's 6.
Okay.
Yes. And so Katie's chairing a very cool event that's coming up with Educational First Steps, which I want to talk about. I've been wanting to have you on, though, even prior to that. This just felt like a really good time because we can talk about your event and everything else. But I guess let's talk about the event, and then we can talk a little bit about Deacon and Ryder, and then move on to some mom-influencing stuff.
Oh, great.
So tell us a little bit about Educational First Steps, how you got involved with it, and the big luncheon that's coming up.
Yes. Okay. So Educational First Steps is an organization that takes childcare centers in underserved communities and turns them into nationally accredited pre-K programs. So they're helping bridge a gap in literacy, language, and social and economic development for these kiddos, having them enter kindergarten ready to learn, having gone to school. They are also partnering with the owners of these childcare centers to get them business training, leadership training, having their teachers get certified, learn how to read data and talk about children development. And then they're also helping the kids with kind of early literacy screening for developmental delays, and really setting them up for success when they enter kindergarten. So they're helping the community, they're helping families. It's pretty incredible.
Yeah. So it's not just like dropping your kids off for babysitting. It's like they're
Yes,
actually
they're learning. I was actually at a center yesterday in Garland. It was gorgeous. I'm gonna forget the name. I'll look it
That's
up.
okay.
And I'll let
Yeah.
you know. But I want to give them a shout out because it was lovely, and they were so passionate about what they're doing for these kids and telling me, "Oh yes, we have speech therapy people coming in, or we're talking about letters already in age 3." And we're sending these kids to kindergarten and they are ready.
That's awesome.
Which is really great. And we have a former teacher on our board, and she always says the best gift you can give a teacher is a kid ready to learn for that grade. And so if you think about it, if you've never gone to school before, and you show up on kindergarten and they're like, sit down and then stand in a line and then share your toys.
Right.
And that's just like, the life skills, not even the letters and literacy and learning to read and all of that. It really sets you at a disadvantage if you don't know how to do all of that ahead of time.
Yeah. I mean, because a lot of kids work through that in preschool, and then they get to kinder and they know how to, behave in a classroom and sit still.
Yes.
And I know for Ryder it was really hard in preschool. Like we had to work through a lot.
And just like the length of the day.
Yeah.
It's like, they're like, what is happening?
Right. Yeah. Like where am I?
We don't nap.
Why am I not at home?
I'm not getting much TV.
Right.
What's going on?
Yeah. Well, it sounds like a lovely organization.
It's really, I went to their event last year with my husband. He is on the board at Dallas Foundation, and they help support EFS. And I was blown away. I'm a sucker for a charity luncheon video. Like, get me to cry, and I will get out. I guess we don't get our checkbooks. Scan the QR code. And I was really impressed. And I have another friend on the board at EFS, and she was like, hey, do you want to get more involved? And then when I started talking to them this year and learned their speaker, who is Leland Vittert, it just clicked, and I'm really excited about it. And the more I learn and meet people involved with EFS, I'm just blown away. Everyone there is so passionate about what they're doing.
Yeah.
And it's such a legitimate mission. I mean, like you talk about, not that all, pretty much all nonprofits are. There's, I feel like there's such a need for what they're trying to do.
They are really solving for problems.
Yeah.
And they're in 6 counties in North Texas. Over 10,000 students are meeting through EFS. And so the goal is to grow and to be able to help more centers. We have a long list of people who want EFS's help, but
right, you can only
much
get
we
to
can
so
do.
many.
Yeah.
Okay, you mentioned the speaker. I'm curious.
Okay, so Leland Vittert wrote a book called Born Lucky. It's about his life in he's our age, like 80s and 90s, growing up with autism. And it's really about how his dad helped him throughout his life. And he is now a world-renowned journalist. He's been in war zones. He was on Fox News. Now he's on News Nation. He has a nightly news show and is super successful. And he kind of talks about what he learned as a child and the challenges he faced and how he got to where he is. And his book is incredible. And I'm really excited about him to come talk. It's going to be more of a conversation than like a keynote situation. So we'll get to know him more. But just talking about like resiliency in kids, hope in kids, and all kids, not just neurodivergent kids, but just kind of this like confidence that you can instill in your kids no matter what, that really just projected him through his whole life.
Yeah.
And
that
so
sounds awesome.
Yeah. And why, I guess, you mentioned going to the EFS luncheon last year, and that's kind of what turned you on to this. Why is this mission so important to you personally?
I am a huge believer in early childhood education. And then this year, EFS is starting a pilot program to help identify developmental delays in kids. And so my son Deacon has a variety of developmental delays. His biggest one when he was younger was childhood apraxia of speech. He did not really talk until he was 3.5, 4. And we knew things weren't quite right around 1. So there were 2 years in there where we were just trying everything. Every doctor, filling out paperwork, driving places, evaluation. What do we do? And it's overwhelming for a family with resources and time. And I cannot imagine not having those things and trying to navigate the system because it's hard. And so the child care centers and EFS are helping these kids and families kind of say, okay, so you have a speech delay. So we're going to have you go here. And first you're going to get your hearing tested. And then you're going to go here and we're going to hook you up with a speech therapist. And a lot of these child care centers are letting the therapist come into their office, which is great because with Deacon, it would be like, okay, you're off the wait list and our time is Wednesday at 10. Mm-hmm. And I was like, okay, I guess I'm not doing anything else.
Right.
And so the ability to have those things happen while they're in school is great for the kids.
And I think that it just like learning from my friends, from Julie, like I think that's one of the things that you just don't have a plan. There's no roadmap, and you don't know where to go, and it's got to be a helpless feeling, and so you're trying to fight for your kids, for them to get the best education possible, and perhaps to have the best resources, but you literally don't know where to go or what to do,
and you don't even know what you don't know. Is what I learned, especially because Deacon was my first. I was like, he's just a really quiet baby, and then. Now, after I had Amelia, I was like, oh, babies make sounds.
Lots and lots of sounds.
A lot of them.
And yes, and I think early intervention too, 90% of the brain is formed by the child's 5th year. So if you aren't getting diagnosed with, a speech disorder until you're in kindergarten or 1st grade sometimes, the work you have to do is even harder. So Deacon started speech twice a week for 30 minutes a week at age 2. He actually started at 18 months in traditional speech therapy, and he didn't make any progress. And that's when she was like, I think he has this other thing called apraxia, which is a neurological disorder. So it's like the muscles in the brain is not sending signals to the muscles in the mouth to make consistent sounds. Okay. So it takes hundreds and hundreds of repetition to learn how to say every single sound that we make and then put them together to make words. So it's training the brain. It's not like a lisp or a physical thing.
Yeah.
And so he did that until he was 8, and he's now graduated from speech therapy at school and private therapy, which is wild. Most kids with apraxia are in therapy till they're like 13-ish. It's nothing you're ever cured of,
right? But
he can communicate.
Yeah.
People can understand him.
Yeah. So that was my next question. How is Deacon doing? Like, how is
He's doing great.
He is.
He loves to sing.
Okay.
Which is for a kid who didn't really talk. He is terrified of speaking in public, though, so he sings at home. He's in choir now, and every time I'm like, please go on.
Yeah.
But he does it. He loves making movies. He makes stop motion movies. He collects Mario characters and whatever, and reenacts things. And he just did one with Wizard of Oz. He has a whole list he's working down of movies he's making.
Yeah.
Hey.
It's pretty amazing.
I think it's a ploy to just get more toys, because he's like, I need this guy
this
for my
scene.
villain. He's not the right size. I'm like,
right.
okay.
But at the same time,
hey, a future like cinematographer.
Yeah. And Katie and I talk about this some, like the toys. Like Ryder still loves playing with toys. Now they're 10, and a lot of boys their age just don't have time for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think it's so great.
I think it's so sweet. I'm like, play with those guys as long as you can.
Right? I know.
It's
how Ryder like calms himself. Like he'll sit in his room and just play like with little action figures.
Yeah,
and,
they
like,
kind of act him out.
Yes.
Deacon makes he'll put on like the songs on Spotify or whatever, and then set it up like he's like scoring the movie.
That's a good idea. I should tell Ryder about that.
It's really cute.
Yeah.
But Deacon's doing great. He's a tough little kid, and he's happy, and has like good friends at school, and he loves school.
Yeah.
So that's all we can really ask for at this point.
Yeah. Happy. That's all. That's number one, right? For our kids.
Yeah. And we were just chatting a little bit before we started. Everybody that's been following my journey knows about Ryder being diagnosed with all kinds of stuff last year, including autism, like level 1 autism. But, I still don't even know if that's what he has or what you call it. Like his brain map at this place we go, Braintopia, said it's really just like high anxiety and ADHD. And they're all just so mishmashed
really,
together.
Yes.
It's like ADHD, anxiety, autism. You could really, call it whatever you want, but it's a struggle.
Yes.
Whatever it is,
there's something going on.
It's a struggle. It's a struggle for them. It's a struggle for us as parents. And I know last year, like us being on that journey when he was in 3rd grade was the hardest thing that we've ever gone through.
Yeah.
And I've had cancer. But just when it's your kid, it's like,
and you want. I feel like you feel helpless because then suddenly someone says, a label, and you're like, I don't know anything about that. And then the internet is a wild and scary place when something's not quite right with your kid.
Oh,
And Alex and I, my husband and I, have really kind of always said, he could have this and this and this and this, but really it's how are we treating him?
Yeah.
Like what let's work on the symptoms, whatever we call it. It doesn't much matter
Right.
to us. I mean, you need a certain label to get help at school, but Deacon has that. So he's got an IEP, and I'm like, okay, so we like to follow a plan. We know if there's no routine, we're going to do this. All these little things that we've learned over the years.
And then I think just like talking about it openly helps so many other people too, because the more you talk about it, the more you realize there's so many people in the same boat and so many kids in the same boat.
And I think the typical like special ed, special needs kid, like you picture something that is probably not our boys. And I think especially in the way their neurological differences show up, they look like a, normal kid. And it's almost harder sometimes that way to be like, okay, so he's freaking out and I know he is 10 and you're looking at him like, oh my gosh, your kid can't handle himself.
Yeah.
But I want you to know that he has this and this and this.
Exactly.
And he's dysregulated and
the dysregulation.
I know. You can like see it coming. I'm like, no.
I know.
He's gotten a little bit better with some breathing and stress fidget thingy majigs.
Yeah.
But it really is just,
it's a journey.
It feels like we get to each new step. For a long time with him, it was like, get him to talk, get him to walk and talk, get him to go to kindergarten, get him to eat more than 5 foods, which.
Yeah, we're still probably stuck at 5.
I'm like, okay, well, his nails are growing at a rapid rate, so I feel like he's getting some kind of nutrition because I have to cut those suckers every other day.
Yeah.
But it just feels like with each new step, it's like, okay, what do we need to do this time? And we take it year by year. Like, okay, our goal this year is this.
Exactly. And that's all you can do because they're changing too. Like their needs are changing.
Yes. And I'm very afraid for teen years.
Yeah.
Terrified.
Well, I mean, I just
Emily's there.
It's
Deacon came downstairs the other night. He often pops in after he's gone to bed to finally talk. He's like, okay, I can stay up late and you'll let me because I'm talking to you. And he was like, Mom, I'm so worried about middle school. And I looked at him and I said, so am I.
Let me be real honest with you.
I have no idea what we're doing. I've never had a kid go to middle school before. But we have a year and we'll figure it out.
Yes.
Middle school's wild. It is wild. But I've loved it. I mean, it's fun.
I'm actually more afraid for my daughter to go to middle school than for Deacon to go to middle school.
Just, same reasons. But I have heard for boys who are neurodivergent, or boys or girls, middle school and the changing of classes is really good for them because it keeps them moving and thinking, and you're not just sitting in one spot. Yes. Like, okay, where am I going next? Okay, I'm going to go here. Like Ryder's brain moves so fast. So I am looking forward to that. And then just the resetting of people and friends.
I know. I think
all
it'll
these
be
people
great
coming together.
Our school is very sporty and Deacon doesn't play sports. And so I'm kind of like, you just got to find your people.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, and not that he's not, like, he has friends and all the boys are very, very kind to him, but he's not, hanging out with them on the way to practice every day. So it's been a little more challenging to be like,
that's what
how are we hooking up with our buds?
Yeah, we've always been public school, and my husband and I have always said, like, we're going to go public school until it doesn't work for our kids. And we always said, like, because middle school was kind of the area we thought, is this the time to make a change? And then we came to the conclusion, like, let's let them experience it. If shit hits the fan, we'll figure it out. But they can all do 6th grade. Like they can do 6th grade. Let's just see how it goes. If they're miserable, then we'll reassess going into 7th grade. And both of my kids, Henry's in 8th now and Hattie's in 6th, almost through her 6th grade year. And it's been great. And, seeing them like you said, find their people. Like Henry now has a core group of boys, and those are kind of his people. Now they still hang around this bigger group of boys, but like he kind of found his people. Hattie, it's like, she's Miss Social, and there's a million girls in this grade, and so she has lots of people, and so I do feel like it's so worth a shot. I guess I am a public school advocate, but I think just if something's not broke, don't try to fix it before it breaks. And now there is a chance that shit could break next year. Like we'll see, but we've always just said, like, let's see what happens. And when they have that change of scenery, because for us, like that elementary school is a pretty decent tight bubble. Like it's very protected.
We are in a very, very thick bubble over
we
there.
are.
Yeah.
We
And
are.
so when my kids went to middle school, it's still bubble-ish, but it's definitely not as thick as it was before. And for me, that's
A thinner
what
bubble. I
want.
like it.
Yeah.
That's what I want for my
good.
kids. So
A
Yeah.
little bit easier to pop.
anyway.
Right. Well, and I love talking to Em because her kids are just a few years, ahead of mine,
It's so
boy,
nice.
girl, and like it. I'm sure you have people like that too, and it's just when you can
Yes.
get that advice of
And I
somebody who's
think
literally just done it.
When you have a special kid too, public school is often the way to go.
Yeah.
Because
They're so great.
Deacon is getting services out the wazoo and had speech at school and OT for a while at school. And a lot of private schools maybe don't have that.
No.
And so, and our teachers have been so great. Like I'm like, hi, we have a professional evaluation. Can you please fill out these 4 hours of paperwork on my child? And they're doing that probably for
Everyone.
70% of their class has
Yep.
something that they're attending ARD meetings and IEPs and the staff and teachers at White Rock are incredible, and I just feel like we're at like the right place.
Yeah. Yeah. We are
Yeah.
100%. Ryder just graduated
Great.
from speech too.
Ah,
They must have
It's
been
so
in there
exciting.
together. Yeah.
I was like terrified when they called me and they're like, well, he doesn't need speech room. I'm like, he still gets an IEP, right? And they're like,
Yeah.
yes.
right.
I'm like, okay, good.
Right. I see.
I went from being like, oh, my kid is special to being like, no, he's still special, right?
keep him there.
Okay,
keep him there.
Quick point of clarification. IEP, what is that?
An IEP is, I have no, what does it stand for? Independent something.
Educational
It's your plan. Yeah,
Yes.
it's like your
Yeah.
plan that says you get so many minutes of, private help in speech, or you get preferential seating next to the teacher, or you get pulled out for test taking, or
Got it.
shortened assignments, or Deacon has one that's like he does like social skills, like check in on like how to have a conversation with friends.
We do that too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Yeah.
It's really
great.
That's
amazing.
what
I feel like
I just-
everyone should have.
Yeah.
I had heard that because Tara, my friend Tara, she has a Down syndrome child.
Oh,
and
yeah.
so she's always uses that term a lot. But I just
Yeah.
wanted to, for
Yes.
our audience
Exactly.
Yeah.
No,
And then an ARD
that is.
meeting is where you
Yep.
go and you go over the IEP with the administration and the teachers.
Yeah.
Which is so funny. I don't know if you've ever like ventured down kind of the, what do you call it? Like chat room, Facebook page of
Yeah.
like kid stuff.
Yeah. I
There were
feel
several
that.
like a practice people were like, we're going into our ARD meeting today, guns a-blazing. And I'm like, what are you
These
talking
people
about?
are trying
Like,
to help you.
everybody's like, it's just such a team effort. I can't imagine ever like going against
Right.
our recommendation from our school, but I think also we're just very lucky.
Yeah,
in
we
our
are very
school.
lucky. Yeah, they called the other day and said like he doesn't need his testing accommodations anymore. They were like, we think he'd actually do better in the classroom,
Oh,
and I was like, what?
Yeah.
like what? Are you sure? But I
Yeah,
just
I
trusted
trust
them, and
yeah,
I think
because they see way more than
Yeah.
than
Well,
we
and
see,
like-
right?
yeah,
going
do.
talking about like what you don't know in first grade. They called me and they were like, we think Deacon would do better getting a private testing room. And they're like, so can we just like, we'll just send you the thing and you sign it. You don't
Yeah.
need, and I was like, I didn't even know I could ask for that. Like
Right.
I had no idea that was a thing.
yeah,
So thank you.
yeah.
Like it's great.
Yeah.
It is. It's awesome.
Well,
okay.
before we get to the momfluencer stuff, tell us
Yeah.
about the luncheon.
Okay.
If,
Yes.
is there,
Yes, the date.
and that, yeah, and
Impairment.
even if people like hear about this mission and they can't go to the luncheon, can they help contribute? All that kind of stuff.
We will take it anytime. Okay, our luncheon is Friday, April 17th at the Fairmont. I can give you guys a link to like put in
That'd be great.
show notes
For sure.
to buy tickets. So you can buy a table. We have sponsorships available too. If corporations, companies want to give at a higher level, they get, their
Get some
name
cool
on stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm excited. We're getting closer to our goal. We were trying to get kind of 80% capacity by spring break, because then everybody just falls off. But
Yeah.
we're getting there, and it's going to be fun. And I have to go on stage for a little bit, and I'm scared. So
You can do it.
I want
You'll
to
be
look
great.
out at all the people I know and feel safe.
Are you
and not-
You'll be
speaking?
great.
Thankfully, the speaking about Deacon, which is usually when I cry,
Yeah.
I did on the video that we
Okay.
shot yesterday.
Oh, good.
The emotional.
Did you
video.
cry?
I actually didn't.
Good job.
I also don't remember anything I said.
Yeah.
So I hope it's good.
sure you did great.
So
But
you'll
it's
just
going to be
up
great.
there. Yeah.
I'll just greet people a little bit. And
Awesome.
talk.
Well, they picked a wonderful ambassador in you. They
Oh,
did.
thank you.
They really did. I can tell how genuinely you care about this. And you have a great following. So it's awesome. And that's kind of what else we want to talk about with you
great.
is the following.
The micro influencer.
The micro influencer. And you have a cool story of how you got started living in New York and just writing.
Yeah.
Was that like Sex in the City era where like
Yes, I was Carrie Bradshaw. No.
it was after
In my
that, I
tiny
guess.
apartment.
Yeah.
My husband and I met in college and we moved to New York.
Where'd you go to college?
We went to Kansas, both of us, go Jayhawks. Although
Boo.
the basketball team is
Just kidding.
lesson.
I love Kansas people.
Bill got maybe kicked out of a game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I love Bill Self, though. I do love
He's a
him.
nice person.
He is.
Anyway, that was something. So we both went to KU. I'm from Lawrence originally, and my husband's from Kansas City. And he's a year older than me in school, and he worked for a year while I finished KU. And then we moved to New York together. He went to law school. And we lived in this teeny, I'm not even kidding, our apartment was the size of this room.
Fun.
It was really
Lots
fun.
of personal
And so I
space.
started a blog. Remember, and everyone blogged.
Oh,
Yeah.
yes.
And it was before blogs made money. It was truly like a,
Just an outlet.
what was it, live diary?
Yeah.
That's not what I had, a blog spot. And it was just to tell our parents like what we're doing. Like take pictures and be like, here's our apartment. We went to this restaurant. This is where they proposed and you've got mail and like all those little things. And then over time I would start, he was studying or working all the time. And so I would just start making little gift guides. Like here's what I want for Christmas and it's styled. And I would cook a lot. I would explore recipes. So I would perfect things and write recipes. And so it just kind of became like an outlet. And then all of a sudden other people from work and started following me. Then we had a French bulldog and she got mildly famous. And so she would get recognized at the dog. We're like, is that Lily?
Oh, no way.
Oh,
Lily
my gosh.
Rose. Yeah. And
A great French bulldog name, Lily
I know.
Rose.
Well, I always wanted to name my daughter Lily, and Alex ruined it with his last name.
Oh.
You can't name a human Lily.
Oh, I think you can.
I also like the name Ruby. Can't do that.
Ruby Rose.
Ruby Rose, yeah.
No. And so I just took off, and then it was like right when Instagram was starting. So I kind of did that and had a decent following. And I was working in finance, like real estate, private equity at the time. So I was also working all the time. So it's just like a nice creative outlet from spreadsheets.
Right.
And then we moved to Dallas. And I was pregnant with Deacon when we moved here. We found out we were pregnant with him the day the movers came. So the people subletting our apartment wanted our couch, which is weird because it was so old and gross. So we slept on the couch that night. And I remember taking the pregnancy test. And I was like, the only thing in here is this couch and this pregnancy test.
Oh, that's funny.
And then we
That's
moved
all
to
you're
Dallas.
left with.
I know.
A little deacon.
And then I kind of stopped blogging because I just felt like I had no, I didn't know anything about Dallas. I knew like 2 people here, and I just wanted to focus on Deke. And then, had an Instagram, still had a decent following. When he had his apraxia, I got a few more followers. And then I decided to really pick it back up when Amelia turned 1. And I was like, okay, we're out of the trenches. I like writing. I like doing this. Let's see what happens.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
so where are you at now with it? I mean,
I struggle with
you
it.
treat it as a job. I mean, you're doing it
I say
a
I'm
lot.
like working. I mean, I do have with ShopMy is a new platform. It's similar to LTK, and they have made it a lot easier for smaller influencers to work with brands directly. So I can get gifted product, which I can share if I like it or not. And then there's other things called opportunities where I can agree to share either certain links or certain like published content like on the feed for a price. And so you're making commission off the links no matter what, but the opportunities are really where you can make a little bit more money.
Yeah.
And so that's fun. And I try, so that does feel like work because there's like a deadline and
Right.
I get scared. And,
Yeah.
but most of the time I'm just sharing what I like.
Yeah.
And I'm usually getting gifted product from brands I like, and I'm getting gifted product because I talk about them so much.
Yeah.
So I'm not, I feel icky sometimes sharing just like links all the time because
But people, that's how people like shop now.
more. I'm always like, there's more to me than selling jeans on the internet.
Yeah.
Which is why I love working with like EFS and talking about Deacon and stuff, because I do think there's like more to me than that. I like to take things lightly, accept the serious things, if that makes any sense. Like, but I like getting dressed, and I love stuff,
Which is so
I love
not
products,
which is so amazing.
If I didn't do it on Instagram, I would like be blowing up the 4th grade group text, being like, "Hey guys,
look at my
try
outfit,
these new jeans."
Right? Well, I mean, I know a lot of people at our school like follow Katie, and you know when you see like everyone wearing the same like jacket.
It
like
is funny. One time we had a mahjong party, and there was like the same purse all lined up on the counter, and I was like, "Oh,
a lot of Rose Record followers." Okay, so well, first of all, I just want to say like you're very honest and open and organic in your sharing on Instagram, so I don't think it ever really feels superficial, because you do talk about your life too, like, and you do talk about the struggles.
I feel like it's harder. How do you guys feel talking about your kids? Like now that they're older, I do feel like I'm pulling back a little bit more.
Oh yeah, my kid, like now my kids don't want to be like, they'll be like, "Are you putting that on the gram?" And like they'll be like, "Please don't post that. Don't, you know." So you kind of have to listen to them, like if they don't want to do it. But then like we had a deal. This like kids bra, like little bra company, and Hattie, I was like, well, you know, they approached us about doing this. You want to do it? She's like, am I getting paid? And I was like, yeah, I'll pay you, you know, $150. And she's like, I'm in, and then she'll do it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you kind of have to, you know, I mean, I'll embarrass the shit out of them in real time, but if they're adamant about me not posting something on social media, I respect it.
Yeah.
I've now tried to like ask.
Yeah.
Like with Deacon's video. Well, he wanted me to post. He's like, "Mom, I need a YouTube channel." It's like, what? He's like, "I got to share." He talks about Reddit. I think all the views are Deacon watching Reddit. And I was like, I don't know how to do that. And he was like, well, how many people saw my video? I put it on my stories one day. And I was like, well, it expired. And he was like, what? And he's like, it needs to live there forever. And I'm like, okay. So I put one of his videos up. And now he's like, okay, so my content needs to be on your feed these days, and then your content can be the other days. And I'm like, no?
Isn't that cool, though? Like, I think, you know, for someone that's, I don't know if you say he's shy or quiet or whatever, but like when they're proud of something.
Oh, I know.
Like they want people to see it. Ryder's the same. Like he'll say like, Mom, are you going to post this? And the other day he was like, did you post that one golf swing? The one where I hit over the water. Did you post that?
It was good.
Yeah, I was like, no, but I can, bud. Like,
it's
and then
cute.
I shouted out his YouTube channel last week because he asked me to. He's like, going on the show today. Will you tell everybody about Triple Aura on YouTube?
Triple Aura, that's such a great channel name.
So oh my gosh.
It's like a 90s band.
Yeah. Okay, so what all are you sharing? We do need some help, Emily and I. Like we say we
really don't
this.
think you guys need help.
We do. Like we talk about it all the time. We're very makeup, hair, fashion illiterate, and I don't know, we just did sports and then somehow they put us on TV, so we have to try harder. But I would love to know like a little bit of a, I guess, cheat sheet or a guide to some of your favorite things, because you do a lot of market research.
I do. I try a lot of things.
So, I mean, hair, like face, I know you're good at masks.
There's certain things that I have used, like I always go back to. I'm always trying something new, and then I always go back to them. And especially if you're like not a makeup girly.
Yeah.
The best thing you can do is there's 2 different things. You can use them both, or you can use one. The Color Science Flex tinted sunscreen.
Okay.
Will change your life.
Okay.
It's like just enough like tint to actually cover I would say it's like a medium coverage foundation. Okay. But it does not break you out. Like I'm allergic to something in sunscreen that I would rather like fry than break out.
Get bumps.
Something about it. So it's great. And it moves with your skin. You can wear it, like my mom uses it for golf. You can wear it for tennis. It doesn't feel like makeup.
Color Science
Flex.
Okay.
It has a variety of shades. It's SPF 50.
Okay.
Which is great. So then I wear that every day.
Okay.
Sometimes if you want even less coverage, a tip is to just mix it with your moisturizer.
Yeah.
So do like a little pump and a little pump, and then you're like a chemist.
Got it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I love the Merit foundation stick. It's like the best tool because you don't need any skill. You literally draw on your face.
Okay.
And then I have a $9 Amazon brush. It's like short bristles and fluffy,
Mm-hmm.
but not fluffy. Wide, short,
Yeah,
because
you don't want it too long to where it like feels like
and
it's doing nothing.
then you get weird like streaks.
Right.
And you just buff in wherever you colored. So
Okay.
you can use it like to conceal, or you can draw all over your face for full coverage.
Okay.
It's the easiest thing.
Okay.
Or you can even get like fancy and go a shade darker and contour your face.
Oh,
Sounds
Buff
complicated.
that in.
Just kidding.
it does.
It does sound
Contour
complicated.
down your nose.
But I love just like so those are things you'll wear every day.
Every day.
Just kind of like a baseline.
Yes. And then hair.
You've
I
done a
change
lot
a
of
lot.
research on the
I do a lot. I have many tools.
yes. Tell us what tools we need. I have
My
have a
drawer, I
basket.
can't shut it. I'm like,
Same, but none of mine work. Like, or it's just operator error.
my hair always looks the best when I actually just blow dry it with a round brush. But that
Uh-huh.
takes some skill. And I think I hurt my shoulder from blow drying my hair.
That's when you know you're.
That's
getting
the level of athleticism
Yeah.
I have. But the Dyson and all of that, those have a really hard learning curve. Like for your hair texture,
Yeah.
probably any sort of like blow dry brush that blows air out while you're styling is going to give enough tension to straighten your hair.
Uh-huh.
And then I have straight hair, so it just looks like a drowned rat all
Yeah.
the time.
No.
A thermal brush. Have you seen those?
No.
I feel like our moms used to have them. It's like a hot brush. It doesn't blow air. You don't put it on wet hair. It's afterwards. Like I used it today because this is day old hair to just curl my ends. And it just gets hot. It's easier than a curling iron. You're not going to have to worry about like a clamp mark.
Oh yeah.
And you can really direct the hair forward to get like lift.
Okay.
And it's easy. I use it on Emmy's hair too sometimes.
I think
just
I
to, like,
got one of
smooth it.
those like from the auction from
Oh, yeah.
but I didn't know that that's how you use it. I'm trying to curl with it.
You have to like get tension on it. It's kind of like round brushing your hair. You know,
Okay.
if you're just going like this with the brush, it's not going to happen. So you kind of pretend this is the curler thing.
Uh-huh.
You kind of go over and then you can pull and
Okay.
it'll straighten. as you
Okay.
go.
And so this is the kind of stuff she'll do on her like she'll show
Little
everybody.
tutorials.
Yes, little
Okay.
tutorials.
I'm really bad at making like permanent contents. I love stories. It's like the magic's in the stories for me because
Yeah.
I can just like get on and I'm like, yo, I'm curling my hair.
Right.
But to like clip it all together
Oh yeah.
and then put it on the feed
it's a lot.
And I'm like, I should do that. And then I don't.
I know. I'm so dumb. I tried to post. I thought I was posting a story yesterday of my dog sleeping, and it turns out it was a reel. And it's like, I was like, this looks different. Like, and now it's
It
a
is.
reel, just a random my dog with his tongue like hanging out, and I'm like, how is this even
like it.
possible?
We're
He's
going to go. It's
sleep.
going to have the most views.
And
Watch.
then
gonna
I'm
break
like,
the internet.
Wait a minute. Why did I do that?
Right?
Yeah.
It is
So-
funny. The times I try the least is when I get the most like views. And I'm like, I just need to care less.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
Like,
the
really.
Care less.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's a good.
you can't figure out like the algorithm thing,
No.
everything else.
And
It's
I
just-
also love that, like, I'm not like, this is for fun for me.
Right.
I would be majorly stressed if this was my full time, like, pay the bills job because
Right.
it changes literally every day.
yeah.
I saw something today that was like, if you have a link in your stories, it's not getting shared anymore. So you have to do like the comment generator thing, which is, it's like
Oh.
annoying enough for me to do that on my feed. I'm not going to do it every time I post on stories.
Right.
I would just like,
So they
no.
want you to do the thing where it's like comment here to get a thing.
Right.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
But to set that up on the back end is a pain in the butt.
Yeah. Well, and then people, yeah, because people now have turned off like how many hearts you get. Like they
Yes.
turned those off. And then so now people are like judging your content based on how many comments you're getting.
Yeah.
You know, it's
I've never really done it for like the numbers. It does feel good to be like, oh, people liked this.
yeah.
There is like a dopamine hit.
Oh, for sure.
And I love kind of the analytics of it being like, that is so wild. This many people like that shirt. And I thought it was going to be like a throwaway post.
Right.
You know, like I like looking at that part of it. And it's nice to get paid. It affords my market research,
Right.
my shopping habit. But it to me, it's just like, for fun. Like I just don't want to take
Yeah.
it too
There's no, you don't
seriously.
want.
Yeah.
to
And I'm
pressure
never gonna like be like, be quiet, kids. I've got it. Share the jeans.
Yeah.
I just like for a while I was feeling really stressed out about it, and I was like, no, this is like when I can do it, kids first,
Yep.
and it's fun.
Yeah. That's kind of how this has become for us. I think
we
It's
talked
like we
about
don't want it to
makeup.
be stressor.
Yeah.
We talked about makeup.
Makeup and hair.
We
What are we talking
clothes.
about? Clothes.
So
Yes.
tell us about you were saying about the sweater before we started.
Okay.
and
Yes.
the
It
third-
doesn't
So is
probably
this a
look
trend?
good.
Is this a like
So this
the
is my
sweater?
uniform. I purposely wore this to show y'all.
Okay.
Okay.
when I don't know what to wear, I wear a white t-shirt almost. I have like 10 white t-shirts.
Where do you get them? What's your favorite?
This is my favorite one lately. It's from J. Crew because the sleeves aren't too long. It's not tight in my armpits because I turned 40 and I started sweating in my armpits for the first time in my life. Real fun. And I like that it's a higher neck. So if you put a sweater on under it, it's going to like peek out. Kind of do that. But then if I was just wearing like jeans and a t-shirt, that's like boring, right? So you need to add other things. So I added, we're standing up on the podcast.
You can do that.
I have a scarf.
That's so cute.
That I tied as a belt.
Love it.
So I didn't look like I'm just like naked down here.
Okay.
And then colored jeans are really coming back, which is
Are they?
exciting. Yeah.
Dang it, I used to have like 10 pair of those and I got rid of them.
Are they like wide leg or what are we working with?
These are like a straightish.
Jeans are so hard.
Light barrel leg.
Okay.
These are from Pistola. I have them in 3 different like colorways, which is how I know I like something. I'll buy it twice.
Yeah.
These are called the Lexi.
Okay.
And they just fit great. They're not, I don't want anything tight.
Yeah.
I don't want anything too wide because then I feel like,
right.
and they hit nice at the ankle. I feel like too, as a tall person, a lot of jeans are too cropped. And then my mom once told me I looked like a grasshopper if I wore capri pants.
That was nice.
Burned into my brain.
Stuck with you.
It was honest feedback and she's not wrong.
Right.
And so you need to have them hit at the right spot on your ankle. Ideally like mid ankle bone or just above.
Okay. So barrel, is that what we should be doing? I mean, because
if you say barrel jeans, people have opinions. And they're like,
yeah,
wow, I hate those.
Right.
I never want my body to look like this.
Right.
In a jean. Like I don't want to add to the sides.
Yeah.
But a slight bend on the inseam is going to give your legs kind of like this weird elongation. It sounds weird. It sounds counterintuitive. So it's more just the shape than like the volume. So think of it like a straight leg jean is going to make your leg look straight.
Right.
But just a slight little like.
A little
Yeah,
something.
just a
A little
little
something,
thing.
something. Yeah.
It just makes you have a little bit of shape.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And I don't love like a tight like flare, like kind of like a cropped flare, which I feel like is a lot of what Dallas moms wear. Those just don't look good on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a lot of it has to do with like what looks good on your body type.
I think really jeans and getting dressed in general is knowing your body type.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am a pear, so I like a little bit wider on the bottom, and I try to go a little bit more fitted on the top. And then you always want a third piece.
Mm-hmm.
This is the fun. So this is my sweater.
Okay.
My third piece.
And show us how so do you always,
Sometimes
I
I
can
just do
honestly
this.
say I've never worn a sweater over my shoulders.
I love it. It's like a little comfort
Yeah.
blanket.
So,
But it also is tying in, so it's bringing in the brown from my necklace here.
okay.
Brown is also I'm an autumn, so it's putting my color that's favorable near my face.
Okay.
And it's making my outfit look a little more pulled together than if I just had a t-shirt on.
Oh, I feel like if you're wearing a sweater over your shoulders, you're fancy.
You've got your shit together.
Like you're.
You can also, a lot of people are tying them around the waist again or like almost crooked, like a
Oh.
little side thing.
Okay.
It's really just like another way to bring another color.
So this looks like a really good sweater. Like where's that from? Like that's just seems like a good like.
This is Nordstrom cashmere sweater. They're like $60.
Okay. It's super cute. Very versatile.
Plain. And I have a couple from Amazon that I like that
Okay.
are really just, I often
Yeah,
never
I would
wear
like
them on my
that
person.
exact sweater.
It's really soft.
Okay. Okay. And then
Okay.
shows how you would if you were going to
So-
tie it.
We're taking it and you fold it at the pits so
Okay.
it's straight because you don't want it like really
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Quasimodo on your neck. It's weird. And
Then
then
fits. Okay.
So you put the
Look-
fold on
look
the
in camera
inside.
at this for a second. Yes, and then you try to get it even.
Okay.
I don't like it.
Up there. Yeah.
It's like a little balance.
Okay.
But then sometimes, and especially if you have a larger chest, then you just have like
Yeah.
these
Little
hanging down.
Yeah.
So you can tie it, but a lot of people want to just tie it like
Yeah,
this, but
yeah.
then it's like in
Right.
your mouth.
Yep.
So you take one side, so I brought this up
You make a little circle.
and over, and then you're going to keep the hole.
Okay. So you put it through and then keep the hole.
Yeah.
Okay.
See?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Going
Okay,
around
you
my hand
circle around,
and through, just like you're tying a
pull
knot.
through,
Almost.
but don't tighten.
Keep
Pull through, but don't tuck.
Right.
Ah.
And then
you
you're
grab
gonna
the other
fish
one.
This. Let's get this straightened out a little
Wow.
bit. Fish that through.
And then
Had no idea.
Oh, so
Okay.
fancy. See, that looks so much more put together.
I end up with the thing under my chin, and then I
Yeah.
just like live with it if I ever do try to
So
do
then
that.
you can just.
yeah.
That's amazing.
And now I'm like a jeans and t-shirt girl, but a lady.
A lady jeans and t-shirt. Girl.
Oh, you're a lady on the top. Yes.
That's
a party on the
hilarious.
top.
But really, you don't need like. I find I wear a white t-shirt a lot more than like a statement top or like a really noticeable because I'm like, well, people are gonna remember I just wore that like striped thing.
Right.
But like this is
That
you
looks
can trade
great.
it out.
I was getting ready today, and I was like, man, I wish I could ask Katie. So, what do you like? Would this tuck in or not? What do you think about the tuck?
Okay,
in?
Oh, yeah,
whole
what about
tucking
the-
thing?
what
like
about
the
the front
millennial
tuck?
urge to front tuck
Yes.
is like
I don't feel like that's just the millennials. I feel like I do because I feel like it makes me look like I have a waist.
I agree.
Same.
I like a tuck.
So
like a
even
full
this,
tuck?
like,
But that you
it's
don't
interesting because it's got the buttons down.
you don't have to tuck it because
But what about the front
it's
tuck?
cropped enough. You could do a little front tuck or what the youths are doing
Yes.
is they're unbuttoning like the last two buttons on a cardigan
Okay.
and having it open. Now you have to be careful because some of them want to show their belly button and that's not for me.
No, not me.
Oh, I'll show my belly button.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Come in here with just a cardigan next time.
No, not that much.
Unbuttoned.
But I mean, I will rock
Yeah.
a crop top where it shows like a little bit.
Or like, and
of
if that was
my
like
stomach.
a button down, you could also take the side with the buttons
Uh-huh.
and tuck it in.
Oh.
Just that side.
Just
Try that.
that
Try that. I
side.
want to see what that looks
But
like.
less so because it's a sweater, but sometimes,
Just like hat.
yeah.
Just
Like,
like
I'm
half
just
casual.
like,
But
I'm
I
not really
feel like
trying, but
I will
trying.
say Julie looks thinner with that tucked in
Yeah.
than you do if it was just blousing.
That-
I
I
like
always
it.
do
To
it.
me, I like it tucked in.
Yeah.
But I
Especially
do it-
because it's like a boxier shape.
Yeah.
Yeah, and but I never feel like I do it right. Like we
Same.
get pictures for every show, and every show, if you look at the bottom of my shirt, every time it's like off or crooked or twisted.
Yeah, I feel like the front tuck gets a little shamed.
Do you have a
sometimes.
front tuck trick? I've seen something about like crossing over. And
I mean, sometimes I like to wear either a button down or a white t-shirt. I'm like Ina Garden in training. But for a button down, you can do lots of fun things. You can do that. I like to leave the side with the buttons tucked in and the flap out. Or you can cross it, like leave them undone and then cross it and then tuck it in, and it gives you this really slimming like waist effect.
we need all that. Okay.
Now that we've all said this, the algorithm is just going to feed you
Yeah.
scarf
Oh my gosh.
tying, sweater tying.
it really is.
But there's a lot of really good tutorials. And I think the latest trend is to just look a little bit undone.
Okay.
Like a little bit like I just tucked my sweater in.
Right.
Oh, so breezy.
I think sometimes we're overthinking it. Or
Yeah.
like to me, I was getting dressed today and I was like, ugh, I don't like that plain waistband showing with my t-shirt. It feels unfinished. But I put a belt on. I'm like, it feels, I don't know, something about wearing a brown belt. I always feel like I'm just like
mailing it in.
Or
going
just
to
like a
ride the
teacher,
horses or
yeah.
I don't know. I just
Yeah.
feel, but I was like, I need something.
Right.
So I threw this scarf on.
I love it. It's awesome. Okay. Any other like things that you just that you have to tell us about because you just get so excited to tell somebody about? I know you do a lot of face mask research.
Yes.
But is there anything we're missing here that would really benefit our peoples?
I think the best face mask you can get is one with an AHA in it, which is alpha hydroxy acid. It's going to polish your skin. It's like a chemical exfoliator. So Caudalie makes a good one. You can get on Amazon or Nordstrom. I think Nordstrom has a sale going on right now. You leave it on for 10 minutes. So it's not like, I don't like a mask where I can't like move about the home.
Right.
I when they're like, lay down for 45 minutes.
Like who does
think
that?
I am?
Yeah. And is it a sheet mask?
No.
Those are funny and hard. And
Those
weird.
are hard.
Yeah.
I did one yesterday before we did this video shoot, and it was great, but I took it off and was like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, maybe if your skin's like super dry and you put one on, like, yeah, it's going to soak it up.
Right.
But I use a lot of moisturizer.
So this is one that you just put.
You just put it on.
Yeah, those are my favorite.
You can't even see it, and then you rinse it off.
Okay.
10 minutes. And it just like refines your skin tone and pores.
Okay.
That's like the best one. And the other best thing you can do for your face is just wash it every night.
Mm-hmm.
And moisturize.
Yes. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate.
I love it. Okay, and you'll do like a big Christmas time. You do a big gift guide.
I do gift guides. I love like home and like setting a table.
Yes. Her home is, and you're building a home.
Yes, we're building a home. It will be ready
Eventually.
25 years.
And you do cooking. Go-to recipe.
I don't know who am I cooking for.
Families, kids.
Yeah, well, my
And
kids don't
you.
eat anything. But
And your husband.
we love pasta. Trying to eat less pasta though. But the protein pasta is really great. I will take like any meat I have, saute it, add whatever vegetables I have, throw them in. Once it gets like crusty on the bottom, add a liquid. It could be broth, it could be wine. Get the bits up, like the brown bits with the spoon.
Mm-hmm.
Let it hang out like 20 minutes.
Okay.
Add your noodles directly in.
She's got this
Okay.
she's perfected this where you act like it's really easy, but then the pictures of your dinners always look so beautiful, and I'll be sitting over there with like a box of chicken nuggets and I see your pictures. I'm like, ugh. But I know it's not that hard.
It's not.
It's just
I mean, and
seems
a lot of
daunting.
times I have like the Kansas in me wants like carb, protein, veg. And so a lot of times it's that.
Yeah.
If you put it all in like a shallow bowl, that's the other best thing. Crate and Barrel, shallow bowl will make you look like a chef.
Okay.
You know how everything's like rice bowl, tuna, whatever bowl. Put everything on.
So
You
shallow,
put it-
but like for serving?
Like to eat out of.
Yeah.
Like instead of a cereal bowl,
Right. You
it's
put
like
it in a
a
shallow.
plate bowl.
Okay.
So you can use the sides to scoop the stuff, but it just looks prettier.
Okay.
Yeah.
And it doesn't look like, the dog's breakfast.
Right. Well,
Shallow
you're so
bowl.
full of knowledge.
I
I love
know.
Well, thanks, guys. You guys can teach me all about like sports because I don't.
it. We all have our thing.
I do know a lot about the Chiefs, and that's it.
Yeah.
Travis is coming back.
He
Yes,
is.
he is.
They went to the Super Bowl, 2 years ago?
Yes, the greatest Super Bowl game of all time.
Yeah.
Vegas.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that's up for debate, but congratulations on going.
Just randomly, I don't like sports, but I love the Chiefs is such a flex because they've been so good for so long. You actually have had so many fun sports
I know.
moments.
We have had being a Kansas City person is you've got the Jayhawks. We had the Royals for a while. They
You've
won
got
the World
freaking
Series.
Taylor now. It's amazing.
They're getting married on my husband's birthday, and he's like, no one's gonna care about my birthday.
They're only going to be
what's the
talking
date?
about
I mean, he's
Taylor.
not.
Is his
He's not
birthday's-
like a birthday person anyway. But we're all laughing. We're like, now, really, we don't.
I didn't know there was a date. What's the date?
June 13th.
June 13th. Okay. I knew it was
hilarious.
in June.
Oh, gosh. Look at Julie's wheels turning.
It's a week
She's
after my
already
birthday.
booking flights.
Right? You're gonna be just
to get a
creeping through the bushes.
You can be like we can borrow the halftime Bush costume.
yeah. There you go.
Yes. You're not seeing anything. It's just a bush. Just a bush.
Well, Katie, this was fantastic. Thanks so much
Oh,
for
well, thank you for having me and
Yeah.
letting me talk about EFS and
Yeah, for sure.
this fun little internet thing.
Yeah. Okay. So is there a website? I know that there's a ticket link, but is there a general website for EFS?
Yes. It is.
Yes, there is. I bet Julie's going to find it.
I am.
EFS.org.
Early
Educationalfirststeps.org.
educationalfirststeps.org.
So if you can't make it to the luncheon, there is a donate page on there.
Yeah,
Yes.
and there's a little 2026 luncheon page here where you can see about the speaker. And it says event chairs Katie Rose.
Oh,
on
I'm a
it.
co-chair.
Yeah.
It sounds so
The
fancy.
co-chair
Chair
Shelby
a
Bliss
luncheon.
is in Fort Worth, and she's doing a great job.
You know you've been doing your lady thing right when you get asked to chair a luncheon.
I
You're
did have a
such
little
lady.
imposter syndrome. I was like, I'm not from here. I feel like the Dallas charity scene is like a thing,
Oh, it
it's
is.
such a thing.
and I am like, I don't.
But that's okay. I think that's
But I just
probably
really
what they
like the
appreciate.
organization. I guess.
Yeah,
it's
it's
probably
doing it for the right reason.
what it-
Probably
yes.
refreshing
exactly.
for them.
Well, Katie, thanks so much for being with us. But
you.
tell us where you can find where
Oh,
we can find you on
your
Yes,
Instagram.
my Instagram is Katie. What is my Instagram?
The Rose
You guys, I'm a real professional.
It's the Rose Record.
Oh, it's Katie_Rose TRR, which is my website is theroserecord.com.
Okay.
We'll do some collabs from this interview that we
It'll
can,
be fun.
that
Yeah,
we can
for sure.
share.
We could do an AMA where you ask, Lord knows they're not going to ask us shit about fashion and beauty and all that.
Yeah.
So we could have you take over our account and people can ask you
Oh, that would be so fun.
stuff. Okay.
Yeah, well, when I was talking to her about this, I was like, it can be like GMA, where they come on and they're like, "Here's the things you need to buy." Like,
Oh,
Katie
yeah.
can
That would be
our-
my favorite.
right.
Real quick before we go, my
Yeah.
dream job is to be a QVC host.
Okay.
I watch it when I feel anxious. It calms me.
That's so funny.
And I can impersonate them really well after I've had a couple of margaritas.
okay.
And
QVC,
I think we
if
can do
you're
it.
watching.
we're coming. So maybe we'll just respond one time.
Yeah.
I'm
But there
on
you
QVC.
go.
For
Yeah.
sure.
Chase your dreams, girl. Get that
Yeah.
QVC. I'll watch.
Thanks so much, Katie. We appreciate you and best of luck with the luncheon.
Thank
Yes,
you.
thank you so much
Thanks
for coming.
having me.
Yes, and it's a very special edition of the Mom Game because we have yet another awesome mom guest right now.
And we are so excited to have a friend of mine and a personal chef, author of a cookbook, and just all around great person that I've gotten to know a little bit over the years. And her name is Demetria Olive, D Olive Touch on Instagram.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you so much for coming in.
Of
This is so fun to see you again. It's been a minute.
It has been a minute. but
Yeah.
Thank you both for allowing me to come
we're
onto
so
the show.
excited.
Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
So
Yes.
we met at House of Shine. It's a great organization, really, empowering, recognizing women and young girls and boys. And it's a fabulous organization that I really didn't know much about. And then they asked me at the same time as they asked Demetria and a handful of other women to kind of be recognized. We did some fundraising and all this different kind of stuff. And so it was really cool to connect with women I probably wouldn't have otherwise. And so got to meet Demetria over the course of that whole process. And then bid on her. So the part of the deal is like when you do this event is you donate something, an experience of some sort or something that is important or valuable to you or whatever. So I donated like a Rangers experience and she donated, I'll come cook for you in your home. And so I bid on that and won it.
Nice.
And so Demetria came and cooked for me and my little friend group, our annual Christmas couples dinner.
Oh, wow.
And it was fabulous.
It was.
We had so much fun, and Demetria was great, and the food was delicious, and everything was phenomenal. So excited to have her back on because she's not only a beautiful person and a great chef, but she has a really cool story, and she just just like somebody has a good vibe about them. Like she's just got a good spirit. She's got a good vibe. So
well, we
super
like
happy
good
you're here.
vibe people here on
Yeah.
the Mom
Yes.
Game.
Yeah,
so we're
for
glad
sure.
you're here, and we're also hungry.
Yeah.
We established that.
We forgot to tell you to bring a gourmet meal.
That's what I should have did.
Okay, this is a great time for us
Brought
to
like
talk
a
about
tray
food.
of stuff.
Like,
Yeah.
Emily and I were already like, oh, I'm so hungry today. So am I. I'm like, okay, good. Let's talk about food for a while with Demetria.
Yeah.
We're so excited to have you.
Yeah. So start, just kind of tell your story kind of in a nutshell. I know you're a mom, a grown son now.
Grown.
Yeah.
Yes.
And just kind of your journey and how you ended up here. I mean, because you said just when you were walking in that you worked at
Ernst & Young.
Ernst & Young forever.
Yes.
So take me on this journey.
So, yes, I was at Ernst & Young many years ago. I was there for about 8 years and then got laid off and decided at that time I can either go back to corporate or I can just do my business full time because it did get to a point where I was going to have to give one of them up. And so I decided to take that severance and start my own thing and took the jump. And I've been cooking ever since. I cooked a little bit before then for friends and family and all of that. But then this time around, I just do it full time and I've been doing it now probably about 13 years, maybe something like that.
Wow.
So yeah, it's been a minute and I've kind of pivoted a couple of times, added more services and things like that. But as far as my story, my kid was born premature and just 1 pound, 12 ounces at birth.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And we were in NICU for the longest time for, quite some time. And then he had to come home and was at home for about a year. Couldn't be around anybody, not a soul except for me and my ex-husband at the time. And that was it. So it was just trying to navigate, being this new mom and then going through all the issues that he had, with health and things like that, keeping him alive.
Right.
But,
Well, yeah.
Right,
Being a mom is hard
so-
enough, let alone like.
yeah, for sure.
24/7.
So
Yeah, we joke about that. Like, oh, you got to keep him alive. Like,
just keep him alive.
For you, it was like
yeah,
legitimate.
literally.
Like, you got to
Oh
keep
my
him
gosh.
alive.
alive, yes. But we made it past. He got super fat.
That
Nice.
must mean the
He
cooking was
just
really
like this-
good.
yeah, like he was just, turned out to be like this big chunky baby, but now fast forward and, I got divorced and then it was just he and I for a long time. And I decided to try to do both. But the benefit, though, of me starting my own business was that I was able to be with him.
Yep.
You know, go to all the school plays and the sporting events and things like that. And I always wanted to be one of those moms.
Yeah.
So that's what I was able to do.
Yeah. There's
And he got to a point where the expectation was there. Like, he was looking for me in the crowd or, you know, things like that.
So it might have, I mean, it sounds like it took that unfortunate situation of being laid off to kind of force you into doing this, which then led to all that time with your son.
Absolutely.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. So I was able to do that and still do my business at the same time. And that just took off.
Yeah.
You know, and it took off faster than I expected it to.
Okay, well, let's talk about that. So how did you start it, and what do you mean by taking off?
Well, I started it with, as you all know, like with my first, what do you call that? The baked oven thing that we had as little girl.
the Easy Bake.
Easy Bake Oven, yes.
It all started with the Easy Bake.
Easy
Well, I
Bake
had one
Oven.
of those and I still can't cook. So
Right.
I did something right.
Same.
Yeah, so I started out with that and just baking everything, even though now I am not a baker. But doing that, and I loved the responses that people had. So once I was able to, you know, kind of navigate the type of food that I wanted, that's where it took off. And it was more about cooking and meals and sharing with people and getting their reactions. And then all of a sudden I kept getting all of these businesses and referrals and like, Dee, can you know, come to my house, or can you provide all these meals? And I'm like, okay, let's go.
Yeah.
So
that's where you're at now. So you'll go cook in people's homes. You also, it looks like, can do the meal prepping.
I do.
Okay.
Meal prep, in-home cooking classes. I do the private dinners, some small catering events, and now I have a product line of basils and pestos and oils and things like that too.
Oh my
So
gosh.
yeah.
So were you like a trained chef? Did you go to school for it?
No,
Okay, so it's just one of those things. So what kind of spurred that to be like, okay, because, you know, I know a few people that, and actually I don't know very many, that are like really good cooks. But, you know, how you kind of have to take it to another level if you're going to do what you're doing.
Yes, you do. And, you know, I started off with just learning how to cook from my mom and my grandmothers. And then it kind of progressed from there, where I was just kind of, you know, trial and error. Took some classes here and there, and then studied with some chefs like overseas. I would go, like in Italy in particular, I would do some of the classes there, or, you know, just any opportunity that I may have, I will go and learn some new cuisine or try to refine my own.
Sure.
You know, and that's where I just kept it up.
Yeah.
Kept going.
What is your style, or what type of food do you love to cook? Like, how would you kind of describe it?
More Mediterranean
Okay.
and Southern.
Oh,
Because I'm still a Southern girl, born in Atlanta, Georgia, and raised here in Texas. And I still will do the fried chicken. I will do the, you know, pork ribs and all of that. But I also get fancy. And then I will do the, you know, the Italian foods and the, you know, the Greek foods and things like that. So people love it. So
Okay, so are you a one-man show? Is it just you? Do you have help now?
it depends on the event. So if it's just, you know, a few meal prep clients, it's just me.
Yeah.
But if I have like a more of a catering event, I have a team of people that's kind of like on standby.
Okay.
So yes.
Yeah, and I guess how do you just kind of try to scale at a place that you're comfortable with? Because like you said, it could start out, you know, a little bit overwhelming
Right.
in the beginning, because you want to be sure you're meeting the demand and you're taking advantage of that. But
Yes.
you have to be careful. And
You
as
do.
you know, someone who didn't own a business prior, how did you kind of learn how to manage that?
I kind of over prepared myself
Okay.
and just kind of thought about all of the different scenarios of which way this could go or will go wrong. So,
Yeah.
you know, I had my support team. Like my first gig at the time was like 300 people, and it was completely overly ambitious.
Yeah.
But I made it happen luckily it was just, appetizers at that time. So it was just more of a buffet. So it wasn't anything where it was a seated dinner.
Sure.
So, but I had a whole bunch of friends that I was able to, come and support me and help. So I was able to just kind of navigate like, okay, I can't handle this many people. I need to kind of keep it, on a much smaller scale in order for the food to constantly and consistently be good.
Yeah.
And what I'm proud of. So
How do you balance making delicious food and the calorie thing? Because that's obviously such a concern for so many people, but they want to have these fabulous meals all the time. And I was reading a little bit about you, and I know that's important to you too, to make sure this stuff is healthy. What's your kind of approach there?
So like with my meal prep clients, I created what I call a client profile list. So it's a questionnaire of like 4 pages long, but it helps me to understand you as the customer, right? So I need to know your likes, dislikes, what you're allergic to, and what your goal is. So if you're like, I just signed somebody up that's gluten-free, so I needed to know everything about that so I can create and customize an actual plan for her. And so every week I'm sending out a new menu for that particular client.
Right.
And I'm letting her or him choose, okay, here are the options. Here's staying within your profile, the parameters, and creating this fabulous meal. And it's never anything like, the store-bought meats like the Beyond Meats, and so I don't do that.
Yeah.
It's
All
going to be all natural vegetables and things like that.
Yeah. Are you seeing a lot? And I'm in this with my teenage boy. Like he like protein. Got to have all the protein.
Right.
You see a lot. Are you seeing a lot of that?
The majority of my clients are
And it's
high
not-
protein,
yeah,
low
and
carb.
I guess
Like-
it's not even. It's not even just teenage boys. It's
Yeah.
like I saw a thing on Instagram or somewhere that was like, I didn't face this much pressure to like do drugs in high school as I am as a middle-aged woman to be eating protein. Like
Yeah.
it's so next level.
It is.
The protein thing.
It is. It's crazy.
And so do you find yourself having to adapt like based on, because with the Atkins diet and the different trends that come and go and ebb and flow?
I do, especially when it comes to the high protein, because I'm not a huge meat eater myself. So I have to kind of adjust and get all of this meat and learn more about different cuts and things like that, which was huge because I've also been approached by, and I'm not a big football, I'm not super knowledgeable about football, but when they have the athletes come out before the draft to practice, it's
The combine.
Thank
There you go.
you. So I've been approached a couple of times to do that. That's interesting because
Yeah.
athletes are completely different
Yep.
Yeah.
than, so that was something that, I had to learn. At the time I didn't get it, but because it was a bid,
Yeah.
but it was a fantastic experience because I got to learn like, okay, I need to kind of refine
Yeah.
my skills and keep that separate, the athletes and their diet
Yeah.
separate from just, the civilians, if
Yes.
you will,
We're definitely civilians.
Right. So you also cater to kids, meaning you do
do.
the kid meals, meal planning, that kind of thing.
Yes.
What's your focus there? And we talked just a little bit before. It's hard to get kids the proper nutrition, especially
Right.
when they're picky. But if you were putting together like a meal plan for a kid, how would you go about that?
So I do the same for the kids with that profile. So I need to learn more. Like I'm learning about everybody in the house. So if I am, depending on the age, typically that little kid, I have a kid of my own, so I know how limited their palates are. So I try to think, okay, well, most kids are eating McDonald's or Chick-fil-A or something like that. And I try to kind of create something along those lines that taste very similar
Okay.
to what they're used to eating, but natural,
It's better for them.
better for them. I'm
Yeah.
not using all of this refined stuff or processed meats and,
Yeah.
ingredients.
Right.
And so far, They're loving it.
Yeah.
I have gotten a lot of compliments from parents going, they won't eat my food, but they'll eat yours.
Yeah.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah.
So how does that work if somebody places an order? Do they come pick it up?
Julie's
Do
wheels
you-
are turning. She's like,
I need
I
to
No,
have
no,
to
I
do this.
deliver on Sundays only.
Okay.
So I will create the menu, send it out to you on like Wednesday or Thursday for you to approve or adjust, and then I will deliver on Sundays.
Okay, like all over.
All the meals, you get 2 meals a day for 5 days a week.
Mm-hmm.
I'll do the 7 as well, but that's another plan. But mostly, it's most people want to do lunch and dinner.
Yeah.
because people don't really eat breakfast, or
Right.
they're just something quick.
on the go. Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
and but lunch and dinner 5 days a week.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Yeah.
Hashtag goals.
Yeah.
For me.
Okay, tell us about the cookbook. It's beautiful and it's so
Thank
funny. I was
you.
like, God, these photographers now, there's like specialty food photographers. And you're like, well, I actually did the photos
Yeah.
in this. I mean, just absolutely beautiful.
Thank you.
Tell me the inspiration behind this. And I will tell you, you just gave it to me. But I like the fact that it's not overwhelming.
Yes.
I feel like I've been given a lot of cookbooks. I don't think I've ever bought one. But so many times I'm like, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to do. Like,
Right.
I don't know how to pick. It's too much. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like this is like, it's like a coloring book, like size.
Yeah.
And it's, So tell me the inspiration behind this and what kind of process you went through to get this put out.
So, New to the Table cookbook was kind of born out of almost a necessity. I've been, being a private chef for years, and so many people have asked me, for so many different recipes over the years, and to send me this recipe if they see one on my social media, and then a lot of people were asking me like, when are you going to have a cookbook? I mean, over probably the last 5 years or so, they've been asking, when are you going to push out this cookbook? So I decided, you know what, let me just do it. It's something that I can get out there, and especially for people who can't really order from me, like overseas or in another state, I can't really ship, a plate of food to you. So that was also an inspiration, especially for my family in Atlanta, So I was like, okay, let's just get this cookbook out. And luckily I hired an assistant, which I needed.
Yeah.
And she helped me. I will give her about 90% of the credit of the creation of this book to her.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Because I just sent her what I had and she made it happen.
She made
That's
it look pretty.
amazing.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Yes.
So, this is a question I want to ask on behalf of all of our listeners and people that are wanting to cook more and learn more about it. Like, one of the hardest things for me is not having the ingredients that I need. Like, I'll have an idea and I'll have like 3 out of like the 5 ingredients, and then I just melt and I just order something.
I just fall to the floor and give up.
Yeah.
Crash out.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like, well, I don't have time to drive to the store and what if
Get some cumin.
if I'm ordering Amazon or someone to bring me groceries, I might as well just order food, and then all of a sudden I'm
Right.
ordering food. So if there were, I don't know, 3, 5 ingredients that you would just tell people to have on hand at all times, like what are
a
those
good question.
essentials?
That is a great question. Your extra virgin olive oil, excluding salt and pepper. Always have salt and pepper.
Yeah.
I would also have some type of paprika, whether it's smoked or sweet, garlic powder or fresh garlic, thyme, and maybe some oregano.
Okay.
And you're good.
Okay.
No,
Do you put those
Love it.
spices on everything, or like how do you know?
not everything.
This needs
but
oregano, or
if-
this needs thyme.
Yeah, if I'm doing something, especially if I'm creating a sauce,
Yeah.
and I'm just kind of layering it, I have those particular ingredients. And the lemon is a great one too.
I'm on a big garlic salt kick where I'll just be reheating something. I'll just throw some garlic
And then you
salt
feel
in
like
there.
a chef.
I'm like,
You're like, I sprinkled some
obviously
garlic
this
salt.
is going to taste a lot
Right.
Yeah.
better. Okay, so you obviously you make mistakes and not everything is perfect.
Oh yeah.
Is
absolutely.
there any one meal that you were just like, oh hell, I did not
I fucked
nail
up.
that one?
I know, right?
Yes, that. Yes, that.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, what happened? Like we want to get the worst and then we'll get the best. So Was it? Do you just
So,
want to like?
yes.
I can't because you're
Yes.
putting yourself out there and like, yes, please put this in your mouth and tell me what you think.
Yes,
about it.
yes.
That could be taken a very bad way.
It
You're
can't.
good. You're good.
Excuse me. Apologies to everyone whose mind went directly into the gutter, just like mine did. So yes, tell us your most horrible experience.
My
Demetria.
most horrible experience was with it was like a party of maybe 10 people. And I can't remember exactly what the meal is or was, but whatever it was, I messed up. I think I ended up overcooking some things, and then it just didn't taste right at all. And I panicked. I was in that kitchen. Luckily, they were busy doing something else, but I was in the kitchen and I'm like, what am I gonna do? And I'm not gonna lie, and I didn't have any other extra ingredients that I brought. So luckily they had something, and because they gave me free will to the fridge and all of that. So I'm in their fridge, and going, okay, what do they have? What do they have? And trying to fix it.
Yeah.
As much as I possibly can. And it was mashed potatoes.
Okay.
That's what it was, because, when you overdo mashed potatoes, it can be very, the gluten and
It's like
all of that.
Yeah, like that,
So,
like hard.
yes.
Like it's I know what you mean.
it
Too
was
thick.
Yes.
Okay.
And gummy.
Yeah. Yes, that's a good way to put it.
So I ended up getting lots of butter. And
Solves a lot of problems.
Yeah.
Yes.
It makes everything better.
So a lot of butter. And what I did was take all of the mashed potatoes. I ended up mixing it all in another bowl. And, of course, adjusting the seasoning. I added the garlic powder and then some salt and all of that and a little bit of water. Got it to a certain consistency or texture that I'm looking for. Put it in a pan, put it in the oven, and let the oven do its work. And sure enough, it just kind of started bubbling and turned into like this whipped looking, dish. And by the time I put it on the plate, people were like, oh,
It was good.
this is so
Oh, good.
That's amazing. Nice save.
it was a save.
exactly.
Yes.
Okay, last thing for me. What's your favorite thing to cook? Like if somebody's like, you can make me any meal you want to make me, what is it going to be?
Honestly, it's a fettuccine Alfredo.
Oh, so good.
Yum.
I love it.
It's so good.
I can't get enough of
Yeah.
it. It's so good. And I've gotten to a point now where I even sell the Alfredo sauce now that I make my own, because I always do it from scratch. And, I have two versions. One made like a lot of the Italians make it, which is just with butter, no cream. And then I have some that are made with cream.
Okay.
Version that's made with cream. But that
Fettuccine
is
Alfredo
my
so
fave.
good.
Yeah.
Because it's super simple, but so good.
Right.
It's so good.
And it's a comfort food too.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. How about a salad? Like if you're just going to do a big salad, what do you put in your favorites?
Honestly, my favorite is, if you like goat cheese, it's a fried goat cheese salad with a lemon and garlic vinaigrette.
Oh, that sounds amazing.
It does sound amazing.
Okay.
I would really like, so we talked about this. We're going to do something with our listeners
Yes.
and viewers that we're going to auction off a dinner that you come and prepare. And Julie and I and our husbands will come. So there'll be 6 or 8 of us or whatever. And then we're going to have you're going to cook for us. And then we're going to find whatever charity. We'll figure out all the details. But there will be a dinner with you.
Okay.
So I'm excited.
I'm excited.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Me
we
too.
can do the fettuccine Alfredo. But man, when you brought up that fried chicken, like they're homemade fried chicken.
Oh, yeah. Fried chicken and waffles.
Dang.
yes.
Wow, that sounds amazing.
Okay. Well, we've got time to figure it out.
Yes.
But yeah, we got to get figure out
It's on our short list.
Yes.
logistically how
And
we're
that's
going to
also in my cookbook
do
too.
that. It is? Okay. Do I get to keep this?
Yes,
Oh,
of course.
Yay. I mean, I don't know that I'll ever cook anything in it. No, I'm just kidding. I will try. I will try for you.
Okay.
Well, Demetria, thank you so much for being with us. You're such a
course.
joy.
I know. Thank you so much.
You're
Yeah.
welcome.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for having
Yeah,
me.
absolutely.
This is so exciting.
I know. I can't wait for our dinner.
How do people find you?
Yes.
So
good point.
you can go to my website, which is atouchofolive.com, or on my social media, which is Instagram at @DOliveTouch. And you can also find me at Demetria Olive or A Touch of Olive on Facebook.
And then where do we find the cookbook?
That's also on my website.
Okay.
Excuse me, my website or on Amazon.
Okay. Perfect.
Awesome.
Well,
Okay.
congratulations. So proud of
Thank
you.
you.
And love that we got to have you on today.
I know, me too.
Okay, all right. The way we end every show, you look into that camera right there. We throw up the peace signs and we
Oh.
say Mom Game Out. It's kind of cheese, but we've done it since day one. So
Love it.
We're
Okay.
committed to the bit. We're 6
Okay.
years in at this point. All right, on the count of three, Mom Game Out. 1, 2, 3.
Mom Game out.